Today I got in my head idea Chinese empire. China makes empire. I know I haven't do long time China making anything except king and empires even longer haven't do that. So let's begin again. Firstly, we can see I got in my head idea of sea zones. Basically, China, you already being on seas to invade Taiwan and got on lands. Basically, now Taiwan, you're screwed. Wait, what the? My tools doesn't work. Ah, now it worked. That's once I do the sea zones. Others videos, there's no sea zones showed. And basically, I got the idea to do in next video the time zone wars. But firstly, let's do China making empire. Taiwan has been cut to two, and now seems like Taiwan lost war, and China easily win. Now Taiwan is fully called China on Chinese government, and basically China made war against Macau and Hong Kong, and basically they can't survive, and both are now Chinese. Now China just let it. Now he asked about the Pakistan's those lands here to support Pakistan even more and plan to invade India. And both are dealing with this idea. Little did Pakistan know, he's just want to make empire. Now we can see this happened. India versus Pakistan and China. Chinese troops are already here and here, pushing India backwards. Now, India were confused why did Chinese troops use Pakistan lands. Well, he didn't get news about the China's changing lands with Pakistan, and Pakistan started pushing here, and Chinese some troops started pushing here too, and start capturing capital. What made basically this mountainside useless? What is easy to capture, but crossing is hard. The troops started pushing further in India. Now Pakistan used allowed into China use their seas, but China did this treatment to use Vietnam coastline and then Thailand's this part. What they planned to make undercover water selection to cross here to here easily for China. And well, China made landing on here now. What made this even more confused? How this happened? Well, no one knows except China. And China got India too and captured this side India. Basically, now China declared war on Bangladesh to use Bangladesh lands too. And that actually happened. He invaded in Bangladesh. Now he invaded Bhutan and Bhutan easily surrendered. Now Bangladesh, you surrendered. But India didn't give up so easily. India were still in war. To the further the groups fought, the more can see changed. Major cities started losing India. To the India decided to sign peacefully. And basically, this peacefully changed India borders and take it away Bangladesh independence. And Pakistan took in lands too. Basically, now China just screwed India really badly up and stole at even capital of Indians. Now we can see new borders of Chinese were warmed up. China, you planned to make circlement of Nepal, but little bit India still claim it as Indians. Now India, your language is dead. That was replaced now with Chinese language. But the words, letters were still used similarly. And basically you cover better shades too. And Nepal, you were annexed by China. Now, China managed to get access to Indian Ocean. This made China even more powerful. I forgot the distance lands, what he gained. Now, China, you planned to make another war. This time, Myanmar or Burma annexed meant, and Thailand joined against Myanmar because Thailand wants those coastlines to look more better. China, you firstly started these pushments and basically you plan it as much you can get, then better it is because you want to get the coastline closer too. Basically, you just push it so heavily, even my Myanmar's army is literally dying in their country. Of course, America is so confused how this is happening, but he didn't do anything against it. Now, After Thailand's months of training, they finally started pushing in, but really slowly. China is literally getting closer to they are literally making more pushes in Myanmar than Thailand. Now, Myanmar, you have major cities on this region, so you didn't easily surrender. Thailand, you got almost all coastline to the Chinese, got your way, and basically Myanmar, you surrendered. That showed up peace. Basically, you did gain the Thailand's coastlines, but Chinese they got the major city of the coastline, but they made you angrier. But you had no choice because Chinese they're world market too and major power, so it is useless to go against them. And now, as do they are now world popular country again. China, you lost your population in India and regained it with Indians' lands and even Myanmar's lands and Taiwan too, and Hong Kong and Manchuria. Now, Vietnam planned to change their government fully to democratic, but you didn't allow this. You started pushing in now Vietnam. This made interestingly looking that because you never thought you will invade your ally, but it happens. And as well, Vietnam, you collapsed. Now, China, you didn't want all Vietnam, so you take it only North Vietnam and leave it South as communist. But as well, the Democratic started to warm up in South Vietnam. And this time you didn't care. You got what you needed, now it is enough. And well, you forged laws, gave away those lands. They had no chance to listen and gave away those lands. Now, China, you're major Asian now. You look still similar, but you changed a lot. You made more citizens of yours. Now, what next we can see? Well, yeah, Russia war. This guy's war who invaded Ukraine, but we say Ukraine war didn't happen. Even if it started firstly in 2016, it never happened. Now, China were already ready because Asia zone is Russians' useless zone. Basically, this is useless, and only use is on Europa. So, major Russia population is in Europe too. Now, Russia, you started show up ritually heavy losses. You didn't do anything. Now, even to break it away and starting saying that they are Chinese, not Russians. and they even asked to join China. But little issue with that. Mongolia is on the way. So they just made connection with why they started even using Russian, not Russian, Chinese words and even letters and even government. Now they started pushing further, capturing major cities on this coastline, and eventually Russia started showing up slow out at the time. Their government, military. Russia, your military is on here. Yep, that's only your military. All of your country military. Basically, you want to break the wide independence movement away. But little did you know, Chinese is already blocking this away. And well, Mongolia, you got invaded and capital lost of yours. So Chinese said this is part of now the empire. And as you continue, you can see the government starting lost of Russians to the Russia. Your army arrived on Chinese borders, and basically problem your army circled Russia now, push it even inwards and lost of your all army and failment. Now it is peacetime. Basically, China, you even annexed this part as your one republican. So you just made this. Now, basically, you claim it these lands as yours. Let me paint those in. And yeah, I think that's good idea to make Russia just have more Chinese Republicans around of country. Now, like I said, Chinese Republicans around Russia. Basically, this made Russia virtually so weakened because the Republicans were major governments taken away. Even the Baltic coastline were lost. Now, yeah, let's say a little bit Black Sea too. Actually, all Black Sea. So you're virtually on Caspian Sea and Pacific only. And basically, China expansion is virtually heavily made. This is now a Chinese parts of China as people empire. Now, as time continued, nothing really happened. China, you stayed as time continues. Similarly, you adjust the next dose, lens, and nothing much happened then. Let me paint those borders in ways. Now, nothing happened actually. Tody, we can see Korea's, both of Korea's, China. Basically, China promised to invade them if they don't join, so they did that. Now, China is virtually powerful, and even partial lands of Kazakhstan take it away, Kyrgyzstan and Dagestan independent, and partial land even of Uzbekistan's. Basically, they want to really get closer to Caspian Sea too. Their planet is if they get Caspian Sea connections, they can get even more closer to puppets and even make own trades of Europa. So they planned this, but they got only this far. So you just start to think how you gonna do trades if you aren't connected with your puppets. Well, you annexed just Afghanistan because Afghanistan is unstabilized country, and this made you closer even. Only targets away is Turkmenistan and Iran. So you just use it. And basically puppets show what you name it as, and the troops do. And you start entering by both of them and manage to get connections of sea, Caspian Sea. And Iran, you lost your capital, and Turkmenistan, same thing. So Turkmenistan, it was really much your population in. So you just surrendered. Iran, you have still coastlines, what is popular. To the China asked about peace. Basically, peacefully didn't take away your capital, but take it away some needed lands. So now this Chinese idea was success. They are now on empire age, but they didn't stop as that. They didn't like this border. They think about have like this. So and other Kazakhstan will go to Russia. Uzbekistan were already ready of that, so they already agreed to do this. But Kazakhstan, it's a little bit harder. Kazakhstan, you didn't agree of this. So what China basically did were sending in government changers, or some may guess, yep, invasion. Basically, they are already entering Kazakhstan. And basically, they even captured Kazakhstan capital. And no, they don't surrender. They have major cities still left. And now they lost all their coastlines, except this, what is on the way of last. To the Kazakhstan, you agreed of peaceful day, and you still can keep your capital, but China changed their plans to annex even more. Basically, China, you're so much taken away Kazakhstan's lands. Now we can see China expanded their border really heavily. And now we can see China. You're so close, but only issue is Russia doesn't agree to make this as Chinese puppet, but this wants to be. So they had invasion of freedom, and it ended up as gainment. They gained freedom. And Iran, you just said you're puppet of China. Pakistan, same thing. Now, Thailand, no, but Vietnam, you still be. Now, Japan, you just had no chance to be, only Chinese. Basically, now what Russia did. Russia just annexed Kazakhstan. And we're gonna have last thing before ending up this video. Let me finish firstly those borders. Now, last thing what happened is coming. This is interesting. Seems like the politics didn't got what they want. So what the China did, well, he got idea because Estonia said if he helps, he actually be the puppet name. So now it begins. Chinese supports started arriving in Estonia, capturing Riga, Latvia's capital, and now basically Lithuania, your capital is last year, so it is successful. of Chinese. New puppet has been warm, and this firstly were Estonia, but now it calls itself as Baltic. And now we can see even Kaliningrad made its choice to be split up with Baltic and with Poland. And it actually happens. Now this changed a lot. Now even Belarus didn't want to own lands of what been Baltics, and even same thing with Russia. Because China supports stop at this. And well, we can see little bit parchment of lands were made by Baltics. And this was final. Hopefully you guys like it this video and see you in next one. Bye.